Welcome to Guru Gobind Singh Foundation's Guru Gobind Singh Public School and Junior College. Standard 7, Subject History. Dear children, today we are going to learn about lesson number 8, An Ideal Ruler. Dear children, we will see the first part of the lesson. So, dear children, here are the learning outcomes of the lesson. First, explain the administrative system of the welfare state of Swaraj. Second, explain the administration and military system of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Children, here are the topics which we are going to learn today. That is a policy of tolerance, the inspiration for freedom, greatness of Maharaj work. The first topic, that is a policy of tolerance. Dear student, Maharaj had to struggle against his enemies, the Adil Shah, the Mughals and the Siddhis. They were Islamic powers. While Maharaj struggled against them, he considered the Muslim in the Swaraj as his own subjects. At the time of the meeting with Afzal Khan, Siddhi Ibrahim was a trusted servant in his army. Siddhi Hilal was a Sardar in the army of Maharaj. Daulat Khan was an important officer in the navy of the Swaraj. Maharaj followed a tolerant religious policy in the enemy territories that he conquered. He continued the facilities that had been given to the Muslim places of worship. His contemporary historian Kaif Khan writes about the tolerant religious policy of Maharaj. Shivaji had framed strict rules for his soldiers that during the campaign they should not harm a mosque. If they came in possession of a copy of the Holy Quran, they should hand over the same with reverence to a Muslim. Children, now we will move towards the next topic, that is the inspiration for freedom. Dear students, the efforts of the Maharaj made to establish the Swaraj have a special value. It is the value of freedom. He aimed at establishing and maintaining an independent and sovereign existence that did not accept the dominance of any other power. While struggling against the foreign powers, Maharaj inspired others too for freedom. When Chhatrasal, who was in the service of the Mughals, came to see Maharaj, Maharaj inspired him to create an independent kingdom in Bundelkhand. Dear children, now we will move towards the next topic, that is greatness of Maharaj's work. Dear children, Maharaj established Swaraj while fighting against many enemies. This action itself proves that he was a pioneer of a new era. But besides this action, many other noble qualities are found in his personality. Maharaj was very intelligent. He had mastered many arts. He was conversant with many languages and scripts. The teachings of his parents towards the establishment of Swaraj and ethics were deeply instilled in his mind. There was a blend of character and strength, nobility and valor in his personality. Dear children, he had innumerable qualities like leadership, management, foresight, political diplomacy, effective policy about regional and military administration, commitment to truth and justice, attitude of equality, visualization of future activities, the skill of seeing his planned ventures through, risking over the calamities without giving up, alertness, willingness, and so on. Dear children, he used to punish those severely who would misbehave with women. Children, he used to take care of all sections of the society like farmers, craftsmen, soldiers, traders, merchants, etc. He used to harbor the same respect for people of other religions that he had for people of his own religion. without any discrimination. He even established family bonds with them. He brought back into Swadharma, their original religion, persons who had converted to another religion through there was an opposition to such a reconversion at that time. At that time, there was opposition on religious grounds to crossing the seas. Yet, he built sea forts like Sindhudurga and created a navy. This means that he had made preparation for countering foreign invasions that came from the sea. He became the ruler of Swaraj officially through his coronation. He later had a second coronation from a different religious perspective. All this action shows his revolutionary aspect in the field of religion. When there were threat of Swaraj, he would face them with or without his associates. Due to this, even his associates were ready to sacrifice their lives for Swaraj. Of course, his greatness was not confined to the quality of facing calamities bravely and fearlessly. Dear children, he wanted to have an ethical, qualitative base to the Swaraj. That is why he would give orders even regarding minor issues along with the important ones. Children, the order that prohibited soldiers from taking vegetable from the field of the peasant by force is explanatory from this point of view. The restrictions on the cutting of the trees enforced by him are also noteworthy. Dear children, he had ordered that the garbage on the fort should be burned in an allotted space without dumping it elsewhere. Dear children, because of that, vegetables should be grown on its ash. It becomes clear from this fact that he would pay close attention to the minute details while establishing Swaraj. He was not just a warrior but also a sculptor who created a new, independent, ethical, and cultured society. His greatness is comprehensive. Dear children, Shivaji Maharaj was a source of inspiration in India's freedom struggle. Future generation will continue to look upon his work as an ideal and source of inspiration. So that we can say Shivaji Maharaj was a great national hero. So dear children, now we will learn about the acknowledgement of leaders and reformers. Children, here as an acknowledgement of leaders and reformers. Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. He described the greatness of Shivaji Maharaj by his povadas. Lokmanya Tilak. National awakening through celebration of Shiv Jayanti. Lala Lajpat Rai. He wrote a book on greatness of Shivaji Maharaj. Subramanyam Bharti. He wrote an imaginary poem on Shivaji Maharaj. Rabindranath Tagore. He also wrote a long poem on Shivaji Maharaj. After that, Sir Jadunath Sarkar. He praised Maharaj in his book Shivaji and His Times. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said, Maharaj did not belong to Maharashtra alone. He belonged to the whole Indian nation. He was a symbol of many virtues, more especially of love of country. Children, here is a recapitulation. Today what we learn? We learn about a policy of tolerance, then the inspiration for freedom and the greatness of Maharaj's work. Children, here is an assignment for you. You have to write question number 1 and question number 2 from page number 36 in your classwork notebook. Dear children, here we completed the lesson. If you have any queries, any problems, please let me know about it. Thank you very much.